This is KGW News at Sunrise.
What Thanksgiving is all about for us is giving back to the community. We cook a grade A meal and provide an opportunity for people who are less fortunate.
Yep, in Portland, you heard it right there. Grade A meals getting cooked up to make sure that people did not go hungry. Coming up, we'll take you around the Rose City to get a taste of how our community stepped up to help people in need celebrate Thanksgiving. And you know, after all that amazing food so many of us had yesterday, we've got the do's and don'ts when it comes to how long you can make those leftovers last. And we are live this morning at the Hollywood Fred Meyer for their annual Black Friday sale. Good morning, Thomas. Sorry we made you awkwardly stand there for so long. For some reason, you know what, we're going to be back to you in a second. But for some reason, Chris,
Good to see you this morning.
I thought Thomas was going to say something, and so I just let him stand there awkwardly. That was my bad, Thomas. Good morning to you, Thomas. Good morning to you on this Black Friday post-Thanksgiving. I feel so bad. I just let him stand there.
He's good. He's thinking about, buying some socks.
Yeah.
Tell us all about the socks this morning.
Yeah.
You might want to wear the extra socks this morning.
It's chilly.
A little crisp out there. A little chilly out there on this Black Friday morning. Let's get you out the door and give you a live look from our Wells Fargo sky camera this morning. It's dark. It's early. Sunrise is still a good almost 2.5 hours away right now as we look live from the top of the Wells Fargo Tower. 33 degrees last check at PDX. There are some pockets of fog, but I think the bigger story is the frosty morning. I had, for sure, the most frost that I've had on my car this fall driving in from North Portland this morning. So if you're getting up early, taking advantage of those Black Friday deals, just know that some of you are going to have quite a bit of frost. We do have a bit of an east breeze out towards the gorge, and that's why Troutdale, you are quite a bit warmer at 39. But if you're not experiencing any east wind, the temperatures really drop. Look at that. Hillsboro's down to 27 at last check. And the big perspective across the state this morning, it's cold east of the Cascades. Check out Burns, waking up to 17, 31 in Baker City and John Day and Pendleton right now out in the Columbia Basin, checking in with 32 degrees. There is hardly a cloud in the sky out there this morning. Outside of any patchy fog, which will burn off, we should see a good deal of sunshine today. Again, I mean, I've got a full sunny day with temperatures inching to the upper 40s by lunchtime. Sunset, of course, at 4:32. It'll be clear with temperatures peaking in the low 50s and then dipping quickly down into the 40s as we get into the evening. But a pretty nice looking Friday forecast for sure. We're going to look ahead to your weekend in just a few minutes. Let's get you out the door. We're going to look at the roads. Anybody out there just yet? I don't know. The map is all green this morning. I'll go ahead and advance this for you. I'll show you what it looks like live at the Sylvan Hill, Highway 26. Just a couple of cars making that commute down the hill and into the tunnel. Up into Vancouver we go. I-5 near the Interstate Bridge. That's also in pretty good shape. No crashes, no unexpected delays to report just yet. Christine.
Okay, looking good out there. Thanks, Chris. Well, negotiations between the Portland Public School District and the Teachers Union are set to resume today. Teachers have been striking since the first of the month. A major sticking point is around parental involvement in decisions about class sizes and how schools will decide whether to add extra students to classes when they reach a certain threshold. We're told nearly all the other issues have been settled, including cost of living increases and planning time. Okay, time to get to your morning rush now. This morning, 13 women and children held captive by Hamas in Gaza are expected to be released. They're the first group of hostages to be freed as part of a deal between Israel and Hamas. That deal includes a 4-day ceasefire, which is already underway. In all, 50 hostages taken captive by Hamas during their October 7th attack will be freed, so long as Israel returns 150 Palestinian prisoners. So far, the conflict has killed nearly 16,000 people. And back in the States, you may have seen this for yourself while tuning into the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade yesterday here on NBC, but a group of pro-Palestinian protesters blocked a section of the parade, halting Ronald McDonald in his path. Police made a number of arrests. And this morning, people in Dublin, Ireland are cleaning up after violent protests broke out overnight. It started Thanksgiving Day when police say a man began stabbing people with a knife. 2 adults were hurt, as well as 2 young kids. Another 5-year-old girl was seriously injured. All of them are expected to survive. And while the man's nationality has not been confirmed, the protests started when an anti-immigrant group clashed with police. Irish authorities don't have a motive just yet, but have not ruled out a terror attack. And that is your Morning Rush. Many people's hearts and bellies were full for Thanksgiving, from Old Town to North Portland, where dinners were served up to people most in need. Blair Best shows us how a hot meal and a little compassion goes a long way.
We're serving our annual Thanksgiving feast.
Thursday morning inside Union Gospel Mission in Old Town.
Food in my belly, a warm place to be.
Thanksgiving is more than just a holiday.
Basically, we like to open our doors every year, and anybody who has nowhere else to go can come and eat with us.
Like Richard.
I've been outside about 5 years.
He looks forward to this each November.
I feel thankful.
There is unfortunately a really big need, and we do primarily serve people who are experiencing homelessness, but there's also a lot of people in the neighborhood who maybe are housed but are just really financially strapped.
I see a lot of people, some people are struggling. To know that there's a hot plate, it gives people hope.
And not just for those sitting at the table.
To be around and kind of on the ground level with everyone who's not as fortunate as they are is important.
Volunteering has turned into a holiday tradition for Nicole and her 2 boys.
It's very meaningful to her.
Yeah.
And as people line the block,
so we've got some clothes, we've got some hot coffee, some donuts, just, brighten their day.
Another tradition unfolds as this local business meets people where they are.
It changes their day, just their perspective for a minute. And I think we all deserve that. I think we all need a break.
This is more like a Cajun meat-based gravy.
Across the city in the Kenton neighborhood,
Coming together really nice.
Chef John Tobert prepares to feed the masses.
And the people of God would say yes and amen.
What Thanksgiving is all about for us is giving back to the community. We cook a grade A meal and provide an opportunity for people who are less fortunate.
It means everything, it's so special to have a place to come to.
Since everyone deserves a taste of community, especially on Thanksgiving.
Oh, it's Thanksgiving. I really wanted to come out and be with people.
An opportunity to come by and get some love on a plate.
Blair Best, KGW News.
And in Salem, Blonsey's Guest House opened its doors to anyone in need of a hot meal and some company for Thanksgiving. It's become an annual tradition for the last 30-plus years and counting. Melissa Lucas, who began as a server and now owns the restaurant, says she's kept it going because of the need.
It's my favorite day of the year. I call it Thankful and Giving Day. It's something that I can do and help people that need it the most. I've been there where you're alone and having top ramen on Thanksgiving, and it's not fun. And I want to be able to open our business, our home.
God bless them, and I really hope they have a wonderful day, and I hope they keep doing this kind of thing.
How good was the food?
It was super plus.
The food was super plus. The free Thanksgiving dinner was not just for people in need. It was also open to anyone who thought they might be celebrating Thanksgiving alone. And the Seahawks handed a devastating loss last night against the 49ers. San Francisco won it 31-13. The Seahawks are now 6-5 overall in the season. Shoot, at least they're up 1. 6-5.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't recall if they have another game in hand with the Niners, but I mean they're still in the wild card hunt. So it's competitive, and it's getting down to crunch time in the NFL, right? It's also crunch time for college football. We got a big game today,
totally,
down in Eugene. So let's talk about the rivalry game here between Oregon State and Oregon. Kickoff 5:30 at Autzen Stadium, I should say. It's going to be clear and crisp for the game. Kickoff again at 5:30. I've got temperatures between about 40 and 42, and then dipping down into the mid-30s by the time we get into the fourth quarter. So it's going to be a chilly one at Autzen. And then as we go up into Washington, Seattle, of course, the The rivalry game, the Apple Cup here between the Washington State Cougars and the Washington Huskies. That is a 1 p.m. kickoff on Sunday. Or I should say Saturday. I'm getting my days confused. That's what happens when you have a holiday shortened work week, right? 1 p.m. kick tomorrow. It should be mostly sunny in Seattle with a temperature about 45. So a great day for some football there. All right, getting you out the door here. A live look from our Wells Fargo Sky Camera. 33 degrees at PDX. Elsewhere, we were waking up to temperatures in the 20s, as we pointed out in Hillsborough, where there's no east breeze this morning. And you hop over the Cascades, it's even colder. Burns waking up to 17. High and dry across the region. Satellite radar loop not showing anything here across the Pacific Northwest. And we go out a little bit wider. There's some snow flying in the Four Corners. Well, actually from Idaho east into Colorado and the Central Plains states, but not much going on to impact our weather locally. Temperature-wise today, brief morning fog, that burns off. We should see temperatures inching up towards about 50 or so up and down the I-5 corridor, upper 40s to low 50s at the Oregon coast, and east the Cascades, upper 40s to, well, Pendleton probably hangs out in the upper 30s to about 40 today, so it'll be chilly out there. And then overnight tonight, again, another chilly night with lows probably getting down into that frosty category. So frost to sunshine again tomorrow and again on Sunday. Just a fabulous Thanksgiving weekend here, and no significant signs of rain, Christine, until, get this, Thursday of next week. And so after a very wet start to the month of November, we may actually wind up a little below average until the rain train arrives for the first couple of days of December. We'll keep you posted on that.
Wow, yeah, need the rain, but hey, I'm not complaining about the sunshine. Thanks, Chris.